I'm stupid. I accidentally got to delete the first clip of this morning's video, so a delayed good morning even is almost noon. Or not noon. I actually just ended the vlog, but good morning, and I'm gonna tell you what happened before the vlog's actually starting. I went out and cleaning early, and my boss apparently has taken all his cleaning things with him home, so I have I have nothing to clean the floors with. So I went through the building 2 times to check, and then I called him and told him, "Hey, boss, are you playing Easter hunt with me?" What I mean? Well, where have you put the eggs with all the mops in? There's no mops. There's no mops. I can't wash the floor without a mop. Oops. So we agreed on that I was gonna come in today or the coming up morning by 7 or 8 there in between, and I was gonna fix the floors then. So I took the half of the things I need to do. So I vacuumed and I took care of the ventilation over the stoves and the frying pans and that kind of stuff and the grills. And I cleaned off all the surfaces. And then I went home. So I was home 11:45 and went to bed by 1. And here's where we start. So guys, the clock is 6 in the morning. Oh. I could definitely sleep 4 hours more. No problems. I was at bed by 1:15 or something like that. So the clock is, I got out of bed by 6, the clock is 20 minutes past 6, and I'm just taking 15 minutes here to wake up. And then I'm out the door, because I need to be over there by 7 to clean out the last couple of things and hopefully wash the floors. So I need to put up the ventilation. I need to put the garbage bag in the garbage bag hole, as new bags in. I need to clean the glass in the doors and windows. And that's it, if I remember correctly. And maybe 1 or 2 things more that will come up, but doesn't matter. And if my boss needed, I will help pull in all the new things we're getting in today. So that's the plan for now. Even though I would much rather be in my bed sleeping. Oh boy. I was over here 10 to 7, and I told him I would be over here by 7 or 8 last evening. So I was a little bit early, and I did not see him, and then he wrote to me on a message on the phone if he could just call when the man came with the new supplies, then he will come over, and then I'll come over and wash the floors. And I wrote back, "No, there's no need for that, you can just come, because I'm already here." Alright, 15 to 10 minutes later, he wrote back, "I'm on my way." So he came. I make a note for him that he could understand about when they need to let the dishwasher stay alert or not. And then I washed the wooden floors, which I should do tomorrow evening, and I took the list around the coolers that I have to do tonight. And I washed the floors and did the last couple of things I needed to do from last evening. I left 1.5 hours. So tonight and tomorrow night and Saturday and Sunday. Friday and Sunday, sorry. Friday and Saturday evenings I can get early home. So hopefully about 2 hours of work and nothing more. So that's what I'm hoping for. But right now I'm heading somewhere where I can get something to eat, and hopefully I can get in the local shop in this town, because they should have something to eat. So guys, I'm home. I went to our own little shop instead, and on the way home I drove by a bakery and got a couple of breakfast bread, rundstykker as we call it here in Denmark. And then in our local shop there was some meat on last date discount or clearance or whatever you call it. It usually means that on the last day on the package where it's usable, it drop the price to half price or lower than normal price, lower than half. So I bought some beef force or whatever you call it, from a cow, basically meat from a cow. I bought 3 packs of that and some tomato sauce and some corn, so I can make some spaghetti and meat sauce later or in the next couple of days. And then I drove up to my mechanic and got the trailer paid off. That was 200, so I got that fixed too. So what I want to do right now is eat my breakfast and watch Bailey J's stream, because he was streaming last night and this morning, and I would like to see some of the stream. I also, just before I start eating, I changed out the cat litter, so that's done. But I do have some things I need to wash and of clothes. So what I'm gonna do today is probably still washing clothes and look through some of those books I have from the library and sort out what I need and what I don't need, and then pile them all together and deliver them this weekend, perhaps. I will have to look into it, because I would like to get rid of all the books. So we'll have to see how it goes. Damn it. Well, the clock is 5 minutes to 3 in the afternoon. My alarm will go off by 3. Now it is 5 minutes. But I wanted to sleep from about 12:30 or so, and then into 3 in the afternoon. That's 2.5 hours. Yeah. I wasn't even allowed to do that. I barely fall asleep, then my phone started gaming, because my phone is also my alarm clock. So I can't just not turn the sound down. It won't. Then I can hear it when it goes off. So is that ringing? I checked it out and I left it aside. Then I tried to sleep again and I just barely fall asleep, and then that damn British guy contact me from London and keeps talking. Oh, you just need to put that amount in on your account and then we will give you 25%. Leave me the fuck alone right now. Sorry, I'm swearing, but I'm really, really irritated that every single time I lay down to try to sleep and you have to cash in the hours I'm missing, I end up with that. So I tried to fall asleep again after I finally got him to shut up and leave me alone. And couldn't sleep. I tried for half an hour, just lay, tried to think of nothing, black emptiness, and just sleep. Didn't work. Simply didn't work. So now I'm up, and I think I'm gonna take something to eat. And then I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. I got a load of clothes in the washing machine, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. I will get back to you about that. I just need to wake up now. Well, that was kind of what can I call it? The right word for it will be irritating or complicated. That's the word. That it's complicated. Well, I was trying to update my YouTube channel, the 2 YouTube channels I have. I was trying to update those in the about section, about me, and the contact information and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Here's the problem. Apparently I have let me put it like this. I have one of these boxes. And apparently those boxes only can be used if you are using post service that is called Universal Postal Uni or something like that. But I wrote it down and I wrote it in together with my post box address. So I got that done on both channels, and I got a little bit about me on them too. And then I got something to eat. And right now I am watching Graham Stevenson, Color of Your Life, like Color in Your Life series. I actually like to watch those series. They are about 20 to 25 minutes, max a half an hour long, and I really enjoy listen to them and listen what those artists are telling us how to do different kind of things, because that's the way I can learn new things, because I cannot go to an art school unless I want to lose my job. Because when you have a flex job, if I go back to school, I lose that what is it called? You need to go through some tests in the order, some psychologically test to test out how much the kommunen, Skive Kommune, has to support the company you're working for and that's paying your salary. So depending on how much the doc or whatever you would call it, the psychiatrist or whatever it's called, tells that my working skill are and how on or what it is I need for a stable life, a stable working space. That's all depends on that. To short down, I need a stable working place where I know what I'm gonna do when I get there. I don't need people to yell at me and don't blame me for things I didn't even do. And I want to be treated fairly. I do have the problem too. I can read very well and I can spell very well. So people need to understand they cannot give me a manual to something and tell me, read the first 10 pages and then start the machine. Won't work, won't do. So, hey, that's some of the things. So, ouch. And my work thing is Skive Kommune pays what equals 2/3 of my salary, and the job pays 1/3. That's how it is. So that's the short term how it is around here. But it's an easy way to have a job, but you also have some kind of handicap, you can call that. But let's go back to what I was starting out with. If I go out and want to take an education now, I lose that my flex allowance, or whatever you call it. I lose that, which means I am screwed financially, or money-wise, or whatever you call it. So I can't go out and take any education that will be interfering with my work. And technically, if I did out and do that, it would interfere, because I won't be able to not only go to school, take classes, study, and go to work in the middle of the night. That won't work. It won't. So I'm kind of stuck. That doesn't mean I cannot take classes at evening school, or like when I was in Herning in the evenings and taking some classes down there. I can do that. That's not a problem, because it's not interfering with my work. But if I have to start, have to do that on a regular basis, Monday to Friday, it's not gonna work. So, how much I would like to have a real art education, I'm never gonna get it. And besides that, my spelling is too bad for it. Yes, mommy, it is. That ass of you, I'm tired of looking at it. But on another note, I am going to end this vlog because I need to be out and work early tonight. I want to be over there by 9. So I'm gonna end this vlog an hour early. So good night, guys, and see you tomorrow.